Well, hello there. Welcome once again to Crunchworth's Kitchen. Today, I am sharing with you one of my grilled chicken recipes, and this is gonna be oven grilled. More like baked chicken, but it turns out looking like grilled chicken. So, these are the ingredients you will need, and I'll also put a list down below in the description box. Start off by washing your chicken, then you pat it dry with a paper towel. This chicken is organic, and I tend to use organic chicken most of the time for this purpose because I've come to realize they taste better, and of course it's healthier. Now let's spatchcock our chicken. Yes, we are going to spatchcock. That is using this technique where we cut the backbone from the chicken and then we turn it for the chicken to cook. It is, I don't even know how to explain, but to me, it's a fancy way of cooking chicken instead of just cooking it whole. So I have the butt facing me and I use my kitchen scissors to cut the spine across, the backbone, and I'm cutting through the ribs as I go. So basically, I'm just removing the backbone from the chicken. And yeah, there, I'm almost done now. Okay, so I'll discard the spine and try to clean the fat of the chicken as much as I can. Trim it, I mean. We're using the right terminology, right? This chicken is going to be big on flavor, I tell you. You will love it when you make it. It is so good. It actually just looks good, even like anytime I post a grilled chicken photo on Instagram or video, I get a lot of questions about my seasoning, and I have shared with them before, but this is more comprehensive. That's why I came on YouTube anyway, because you guys keep asking me for more details, and this is helpful to all of us. Our chicken is all cleaned and trimmed, and it's time to do the seasoning and then marinating. So I put it in my bakeware, sprinkle some salt, give it a wrap. Then I sprinkle about a tablespoon of kebab pepper, aka suya spice, on it and rub it on. This I get from my favorite kebab joint in Obuasi. So now I'll add my seasoning, my homemade seasoning, which I make with herbs and spices and fresh vegetables. I normally make a big batch of this and freeze, and don't worry, I got you covered. I have the recipe for you, and I am going to post both of them almost, at the same time, one after the other. Now we've flipped our chicken over, the skin side down, the breast portion down, if you want to so call it. And we are going to repeat the same process we did to the front with it. Some salt, kebab pepper, and my blend, my seasoning blend. You rub it, and you want to tuck this seasoning into every cavity of the chicken you can, be able to reach. So if you can make little holes or incisions, you do that and you put some seasoning into it because we want this chicken to be juicy and flavor packed. So yes, look for the seasoning recipe as well. And as you can see, it's always a little space you can open by the thigh, and there you slice some seasoning and then you rub it so it will just go inside and make your chicken delicious. Now we flip our chicken over again since we'll be cooking it breast side up anyway. And then I try to put as much of the seasoning, the veggies especially, on it as much as I can, from the sides of the pan. And there, this is a good opening, by the breast. There's these pockets over there. So I tuck in more seasoning in there, rub it. And our chicken is good to go. At this point, you just drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Or whatever oil you have. Give it a little pat, smear it a little bit. And that's it. I will be baking the chicken in this same pan. So I'm giving the sides a little bit of cleaning. So the seasoning won't be burnt on the sides, making my pan difficult to clean, of course, also not attractive. So now we'll cover this and let it marinate in the fridge for about 6 hours. For best results, I would say let it go overnight. But I don't have that much time. This is supposed to be for dinner. And so all I will have with it is 6 hours, but it will be good. So into the fridge this goes. And I will go ahead with my other chores and let it marinate for the 6 hours. And then we'll continue. So 6 hours is almost up. And I'm just preparing these potatoes. So I bake with the chicken. And I'm only seasoning with salt and pepper, peppercorns, black pepper, whatever, and some oil. And then I just give it a toss and place them on the sides of this chicken that is now out of the fridge. This way it bakes with the chicken and it absorbs some of the juices of the chicken and it comes out divine. So I have a gas oven and I have preheated it to 365 degrees. And I'm going to bake this chicken in it for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Halfway through the cooking time, I check on it, and most of the time this is what you will find. The wings are almost already cooked, and because I don't want it to burn, I tent it. That is, I use some aluminum foil to just shield the wings from the heat, and that way it doesn't end up getting parched or burnt. It's been 1 hour and 45 minutes and our chicken is perfectly cooked. It is cooked to perfection. Just look at that. So now you could just transfer this onto a platter and garnish with some beautiful vegetables and herbs. Or you could also just carve it and then you place it on your platter, which is what I'm doing today. So we're going to cut up this beauty and we will be ready to eat in a minute. Let me also add that I waited for about 10 minutes before I started carving this chicken. This allows it to, the juices in the chicken to settle. So, because if you cut it up right away, it might lose the juices and it will not be as juicy. But just look at this. It is so moist. And the meat itself, so beautiful. This is cooked to perfection. I know you agree with me, and I know you so badly want a piece of it. So why don't you try it? Why don't you make it and keep me posted on how it goes? Especially for this Easter season. Boy, your guests will be loving it. They will be digging in and asking for seconds and thirds and fourths. You won't want them in your house again. Okay, so I've transferred everything onto a platter now, and I'm just sprinkling some cilantro on it just to give it a pop of color. And you could use any herb you have, but cilantro is one that I love and enjoy, and so that's what I used. And the pan drippings, save it. You will do something magical with it, and I will show you what I normally do with my in another video. Just look at that meat, and we are enjoying ours with some fried rice and shito. Nothing out of the ordinary. So until I come your way next time with something even more delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.